Okay, I have to re-record this because my phone ran out of memory and I had to delete a couple videos and apps. Which, yeah, not fun. Um, so I couldn't delete like a whole lot because I'm kind of working on another video, which is I bought things from Instagram ads so you don't have to. I've done that in the past and it's been like really, really fun and a great experience for me. So um, I couldn't delete those videos because it's consumables and I consumed them, so I can't refilm that without buying them again. So yeah, first of all, oh, my computer just switched out. First of all, I would like to apologize for being like dead on this part of my social media for 4 months. I haven't, yeah, I haven't found the time. I don't want to like make excuse, but I haven't found the time between everything that's been happening in my life this year and generally to work on this project anymore. I'm really, really sorry. So you can see I'm talking about the plot synopsis for this mess for rewriting Twilight. Wow, there's just been a crow right past my window. Cool. So I want to talk about where this project is actually going. Because I assume if you are subscribed and watching this, you are kind of wondering if I'm still doing this. The answer is yes. I've recently been I have called it on my Twitter like the muse I hate the most, or the muse that hates me the most has kissed me again, because I've been getting back into writing this because to be honest, I haven't written like any word in this mess since I last updated you. So yeah, I now have like a little bit more time because if you don't follow me on my author Instagram, which will be linked in the description, it's in German, but still, I have abandoned writing my main novel due to multiple reasons. So I might make a video talking about that. So yeah, the muse has kissed me, and because there has been for some reason a resurface in Twilight content on YouTube, at least in my recommendation feed. The most recent being Dominic Noble, who uploaded a video yesterday to conclude his Twilight book review series. And there have been like a lot of videos on midnightsun, which was released this year, which I took as a sign that it's time to do something about Twilight. And surprisingly, there have been a lot of videos about, is Twilight as bad as we remember it being? The answer to which is yes. But I found these videos interesting because they've been talking about how people hated on Twilight because they were for teenage girls, which I partly agree, but also Twilight is still trash. So even back then, when I was a teenage girl, I thought that Twilight was trash. That's why I started writing Twilight fanfiction back in the day, because I was more interested in everyone else of the Cullens than Bella and Edward. So there is that. So that hasn't died, apparently. That part of me. So what I've been doing is putting in apparently more work in than Stephanie Meyer. I know that's probably not true, but it feels like that. I've been trying to fix her pacing. You can see I've been trying to figure out her story act by act. I'm just gonna, spoilers, you don't have to read this, just look at it. I have been trying to figure out the plot like act by act. So there it is, it's gone, you can look again. I've been trying to figure out the story act by act, and I've run into the question if I want to make multiple books of it, or if I'm just gonna cram everything into the same book. The answer is I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to do that, but I also don't want to do that. The reason for that would be that I don't consider New Moon its own book. It's like filler. It's legit filler. And yeah, and I don't know if I want to actually keep Breaking Dawn, because I've been having, over the past months, trying to figure out the story, having gotten a more and more difficult relationship with that book. I haven't read it through, but I have like watched reviews of it. I have watched Dominic Noble's videos on them. I have read them in the past, and I do own the illustrated guide where there's literally a chapter by chapter rundown of each book. So I still have like an idea what's going on in there, but I have gotten a really, really, really difficult relationship with that book because I just don't think it's good. Like, I mean, I get New Moon is filler, but Breaking Dawn feels so weird. I don't know how to explain that. Like, I found it really weird that Bella's getting married to Edward after like a year, 2 years of knowing him. Then they have sex, she gets pregnant, she dies. There is not a big fight against the Volturi. Like, by the way, spoilers. There's like so many new characters and concepts and lore introduced. It feels so weird. It's like also like the longest book in the entire series. I think it's like 700 pages or something. Like, what is that? Stephen King? And it's so weird because for like 2.5 books, there is nothing happening in Twilight. And then suddenly with like at the end of Eclipse and Breaking Dawn, there's suddenly so much plot happening. It feels like whiplash. And I've been trying to figure out like how to make a coherent story. And I've been also, I can show you that, never mind the trash in my flat. I've been working on my bachelor's project, and there we go. There's the 5-act structure. So I've been doing a lot of plotting these past couple of weeks or days. And I've been like plotting everything. I've been plotting like a new novel. I've been plotting this. I've been plotting my bachelor's project. I've been plotting. That's like my entire life right now. And then I have like D&D once a month. It feels like starting from next week, hopefully. Once a month D&D time. So that's great. Yeah. So I've been plotting, and I've been trying to figure out where to go with this. I don't want to make this video too long. It's like at 7 minutes or something already, but bear with me. And the only way I could figure out, because I don't know what I was thinking writing the first 2 chapters without a plan of where this was going. Because I started writing this like chapter by chapter as a remake of Twilight, which is garbage because my main problem was that the story was awfully paced. There is no point in me doing the exact same thing. So I've been scrapping everything. They're still online. They will not change like a lot the first 2 chapters, but for the sake of like keeping the brand alive, in quotations, I've been keeping them online. They will get updated with time. But there also might not be updates at all for the rest of this year at least. So I've been trying to get the plot down, then write, then review, and then translate, and then I can update. So it's gonna take a little while because I decided to translate them because I've been making these videos in English, and some people were expressing their interest in reading them in English, so I'm doing that. So yeah, what I'm doing is I'm trying to rework the pacing. If you've read Twilight, if you watched the movie, there is like no plot happening for 3/4 of the entire first book, like of Twilight itself. New Moon is filler. Eclipse is interesting. That's not the only interesting book, but you have to make it through 2 other books to get there, and then Breaking Dawn is just a mess. So I've been trying to figure out how to make everything more coherent. No spoilers, but I've been figuring out some cool story elements for Bella specifically to give her more depth. So there's that. Right, and this is actually like the current status. Like I've been working on I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's called like the snowflake technique or something. I don't know, I just know the German name. Where you write a sentence, then a paragraph, then a page, and then you like expand summaries. until you have like the first draft. And this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm figuring out, okay, so Act 1 is Bella moving to Forks, meeting the Cullens, blah blah blah. Act 2 is introducing the conflict, which is Bella finding out that Edward is a vampire. And I will be using the canon names because it's easier for me to think that way than using the names I've chosen for the characters. Just so you know. Right, so I've been doing that. And I'm kind of figuring out, I'm at the stage where I make like a page summary for the acts. Because I've been thinking about introducing the villains like much earlier on, so we actually have like something going on in the book. And yeah, I will update you probably once I have figured out the entire plot for Twilight, like for the first book. Because I don't know where I want to go after that. I have to see how much of New Moon I can actually cram into this first book if I make multiple ones. So yeah, I will update you once I'm done, which might be not this year. It most likely will not be this year. And then I will update you probably once I'm done writing everything, like for the first book, like and translating, of course. And once I start updating, I hope I could go as far as updating every week, which would be cool. I'm figuring out how long I want the chapters to be, because in Twilight, they're actually quite decently sized. Like for my taste, I don't like overly long chapters, but I also know that like people online prefer to read shorter chapters. I've heard people saying that for Wattpad, the optimal length is no longer than 2,000 words, which, to be honest, is like half of what I usually write for a chapter. Like my chapters tend to be 4,000 to 5,000 words long. It's also because I write in German, so it's in English maybe the 3,000 words to 4,000 words or something. So I've been trying to figure out how long I want the chapters to be, because I don't want there to be... Because Wattpad does have a limit on chapters. I think it's 200 chapters, so if I did like short chapters, I wouldn't even be able to fit everything into After Midnight, so I would have to make multiple novels, multiple stories. So yeah, I will update you once I got that all figured out. So sorry that the video isn't interesting, but I mean, I don't show my face online, not yet at least, and I currently don't look presentable, still in my pajamas, so yeah. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed but you're kind of interested in where this rewriting Twilight thing is going, feel free to subscribe. I upload like and update you guys like once every 4 months or something. So I will not spam your feed or anything. Yeah. Everything you will need to know, like links, will be in the description. So thanks for watching. I hope you will stay for the rest of the ride, and until next time, I guess. Bye.